Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back, dudes, to another episode of FoolCraft, featuring Bumbo Cactoni Jr. and his ways that we shalln't speak about. Dude, so today we're gonna go back. I've done a bunch of preparation. I've done a bunch of playing in between episodes. Like I said last episode, I haven't been as excited for FoolCraft in a long time as I am currently. So yeah, last episode we worked on this. It absolutely looks fantastic, and since then I actually changed up the bridge a little bit. I added a much more, what would you call this? A much more like glowing sideline, and now that I see it, I may change up the way it connects here and like add this glowing sideline going around like that. Yeah, that may actually be better. Before, after. I think this is better. You dudes will have to let me know down below in the comments. Anyway, dudes, in case you enjoyed this video today, make sure to hit the like button. See, I haven't like baited in so long that I've even forgot how to do it. Anyway, we did this last episode, and yeah, I've done some touching up and fixes. I've also changed a little bit of the background patterns and stuff just to make it look a little bit better. I think all in all, though, I'm still not super sold on how to deal with the steel blocks here, so still a little bit of changes to come, possibly. And then I've also prepared this room here that we were just touching on towards the end of the last episode. So we talked about this floor, and oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. It's so great. It kind of makes it feel like there are grates underneath sucking out any fluids that would fall down, and that this is a modern like glass super thick floor of doom or something like that. And today what I want to do is I want to set this workshop room up. So I want to get this installed, our AE system installed here. I want to set up storage here. Then I think we're gonna once we finish, I also want to finish this room. Maybe not the chisel and bit details, maybe not the pipes and stuff, but at least get it like completed so we don't have any stone in the background. And then afterwards, I want to get a little bit technical. I want to set up production for all the AE2 stuff. So mystical agriculture for the fluix. Let's have a look here. Fluix crystal, because I'm out of these and I need them for cables. So we're gonna need to create these fluix essence. Okay, that's gonna be a little bit of a grind. You can also do the Certus crystals. These things here. Yeah, I want to do these as well today. So that's going to be fun. And then I want to set up a production for processors if we have time, because processors are very important in this system. But like I said, I have prepared a bunch for today, and I want to try out one thing right off the bat here. Last season, I did do an amazing looking server room, I thought. And I kind of want to take that same inspiration that I used that time, but bring it into this Iskallium factory. Jeez, I say a lot today. Let's see if we can do sliding up and down, sliding up. Yes, okay, and then let's increase this to maybe 12. Let's do a sound of a pneumatic, I think is the cool sound. And no auto close. Double door, no. Create. Okay, so it does work with black glass. Oh, it looks so good here. Okay, so the plan I'm having, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit overexcited. The plan I'm having is on the sides here to install the server racks, so all the disk drives. That will make it so easy for us to like see what's going on. I wonder if we want to put them down there and then put the door like that in front. Yeah, not bad, and then we'd have them stacked. This way we can easily like access our servers. It's exactly the same method that I did last season that I know Azuma thought was so cool that he did as well. But I kind of want to, I think I want to have them up here because this is 4 tall and because this is 2, we could get it centralized. I don't think it's gonna look good if we bring that black down though. Maybe we can find a different block here. Maybe we could use steel blocks on this layer. Let's just try it. I think I want to indent this a little bit, but let's just see what happens if we do that, and then we'll place down the door facing this way, like so. I mean, it's so similar to last season, for those of you who saw it. But it's gonna look so sweet as we walk into the storage room here. I mean, this ain't bad. This ain't bad. Let me try and move it back once as well, just to put it, we can use the steel blocks, I suppose. They do make sense. put that there and then move these guys back one more. This way we get a little bit of more depth on the sides, etc., which could be beneficial. But it could also just look stupid. I don't know. We'd have to change out that for steel blocks as well, I suppose, which we should be able to do. Yeah, I shifted this room over a little bit since last episode as well, just so we would have proper space. Let's create another one of these doors. I love this door factory thing. By the way, is my sound super low? Hold on. Yeah, my sound was super low. I'm sorry, dudes, if you couldn't hear Minecraft there. It had changed in Windows. Oh, I like that. I like that. We kind of get this steel frame, and the idea, the lore, we just use the same as we did last year. Last season in the bunker, that this would be like the steel reinforcements. So you know in Bank Vault how, like, they can't really access... you can't really access this without breaking the steel. It's like a concrete thing. And I should also make sure to go behind here so that we have space for cables and stuff. I need some more of those disk drives. I've been creating... It takes so long without our processor set up, which is why I want the processor, because you need a diamond processor, engineering processor for each one of these. But that looks fantastic. So now the question is, do we want to do that on both sides? Because in this workshop, I was also picturing that we have like machines and stuff. And in A2, Applied Energistics, there is also the nice storage monitor things, which are super sweet to use for like looking at these things here. Annihilation plane, no. One of these. One of these. Illuminated panel, yeah. They are super sweet for like seeing inside your system. Maybe we should actually, before I finish this room, we should probably do all the infrastructure for A2 so that I can easily craft up all the stuff that I need. It does make sense. It would make sense to have the exact same setup here. But like I said, I do want some machines, etc. as well. We'll see. We'll see. But that there looks fantastic. And then the plan is that up here, we'll have like the sort of the panel. Maybe we'll go with a similar... actually, we got to move this back. And I think... Yeah, this is wrong here, right? Like so. Yeah, I think I want to maybe do a similar setup here, where we have like a security frame. And I suppose we could move this out so that we would have the security frame be like that. Yeah, let's do that. I don't think we're gonna need this much disk drives, because we're still gonna... Our deep storage is still gonna be separated from our ME system, because that's just the way to build a successful system. I decided that we definitely should make the the infrastructure things before we finish the workshop room, because I have nothing. I got nothing. So let's go through what I want to make here. I want to make sure that we can produce quartz, and we're gonna put this up in the plastic base, and then we may move it later. But we're gonna produce nether quartz essence today. That's required tier 3 seeds. Okay. And I also want to make the I may want to make a new farm for this. We do want to do the Certus quartz. So these things here. And we do want to make the Fluix ones. These are the ones that are a little bit tricky to make. Can I make... I can't make the pure ones out of this. If I want to make pure ones, I still got to make the seed, which anyway requires these. So yeah, I think that's going to be important. The thing is that we can't make any cables without any of this, and I keep running out of quartz as well as Certus. So I figured we'll just do the quartz at the same time. So I'm just collecting a little bit to get enough to make the seeds. And this thing is kind of full. So I think what I'm gonna do, we're gonna set up new ones of these anyway, in the new base, whether it's the Jurassic Park or the Iskallium spaceship factory, spaceship of doom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This includes a new building a new mattock as well. I just realized, so that is unbreakable, so that we don't have to worry about that pattern. We're gonna need the shovel, we're gonna need the axe, and we're gonna need the tool rod. And we're gonna do like what we did last time. I thought I'd bring you back to that time, because it's been a while. We're gonna make it out of paper, because that way we should have enough modifiers to just make it unbreakable. It's so bad that you can make this, honestly. It's a little bit OP, but whatever. We also need growth crystals. I just realized. Crap. I think we got those for free. In a quest previously. They may be a little bit expensive. Growth crystal, compressed bone block. Okay, that's simple. All of that is simple except for the sea lantern. But think... Do we have this stuff now? Crap. We need the prismarine shard. Prismarine. We did go and wreck. Can I pulverize this garbage? Can I pulverize this garbaggio? Nope. Okay. Hold on. Maybe I should check with you. No, okay. We did. Are you freaking kidding me? I wonder. We do have a guardian. Unfortunately, we don't have an XP or an essence system set up. But we do have this massive guardian. I wonder if he will spawn in here if I do this. This is interesting. Okay. Okay. Like I said, we don't have essence, but that could be arranged. Oh, yeah. So the Elder Guardian is just a copy of these guys. Interesting. Okay. So I could farm this. I could farm this. I don't need a massive amount. It's 1 lantern per thing. Whilst killing the guardians here, I got a very weird drop that I've never seen before. Rainbow in a bottle. No freaking clue. It says, throw it in water to see magic. Will not work in ocean or deep ocean. Okay. So this over here, is this an ocean? Yeah, that's an ocean. Throw it. Dude, like. Throw on water to see the magic. It don't work. It doesn't work. Alright, I have no clue what that is. You guys will have to let me know, dudes. Anyway, I got the seeds that we need. It's actually quite a struggle to get these because it turns out I don't have the don't have anything. Don't have the Produtium essence or whatever it's called. I also put down a few growth crystals here. I made a few new ones, but I borrowed a few from the other praise just to get this thing on the road. And this should work, I would think. We could just grab some of this to I don't actually know if this fertilized essence, by the way, produces any of the seeds, but it does produce the essences, so that's cool. Which means that we can set them up in the storage area, and that way we should see that everything is working. So if I put that in there, we set this up like boom, and boom, and these things, boom. Yeah, it's gonna be so freaking good to have these. Once we start producing them here, it's gonna be so very important. I'm just gonna do what I always do, I suppose, and wait around until I get a few more seeds, start planting this down, and this part of the production thing is pretty much done. Don't you worry, by the way, we're gonna redo these machines and make them better, more efficient and stuff once we move. The whole idea, the reason I play it the way I play it this time is because I kind of want to, I'm building modules, right? Think of it as me building modules. All of these things are modules that I can just then install and focus on the design. That's at least how I'm picturing it. We'll see it as well if we need water over there now. So the next step is the processors. The processors. I kind of want to automate these, and I want to make I think what we'll do is set up something here because I have the growth crystal accelerators here. So this is kind of a boring plot, and just set up a system that automatically, because you can see all the mess here, automatically produces the processors for us, because they're very cheap to make. Like, it's just diamonds, gold, or Certus quartz. Which Certus quartz, by the way, oh crap, you know what? We need the pure Certus quartz to automate those processors, and to do this we need the seeds. And to do this, we need the Certus quartz dust, which is just pulverization of the Certus quartz which we've just created. So maybe we'll focus first, because we need to automate this process, and then we need to automate the process from there. So maybe to start off with, we could start making an automation for the logic and the engineering ones, the diamond ones, because those are the ones I seem to need the most anyway. And also the silicon presses, these things here, or that whatever this press, these things, the printed silicon. So yeah, in this pack we do have the inscribers. However, we don't have the add-on for applied logistics that a lot of mod packs has. So it's not super straightforward to make these things. You know what? This freaking wood situation. All right. So the way I'm gonna do this is, we're gonna have one for the silicon, one for the engineering, and one for the logic. I'm gonna try also and upgrade all of these with acceleration cards, which I'm currently working on. Like, even setting this process up is just frustrating and takes, well, I shouldn't say frustrating, but it takes a little bit of time. Because, you know, to make everything, it's manual. You can never put more than one item in these things, and that's what makes it a slow process. So the first thing is we're creating these printed circuits basically, and the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna use export buses. Now I think, pretty sure you can't just insert these on the back. They're very sensitive, these calculations. They're like, oh, one in my way or no way. They're very sensitive to where you input things. But let's try this out. So this is the logic. Okay. So if I get gold, and then put that in here, boom, like that. That's not gonna, or did that work? Logic gold, why is the, oh, and then we need to power this. So that works from the back actually. That's interesting. We need to somehow, I don't know if we need to power them or if we need to set them up to the system. That's actually a good question. Let's try if we can just power them. Because if we can, I do have energy conduits. If it's enough to just power them, then that's going to help. Okay, yeah, it's enough to power them. They don't need to be connected to the ME system. Because here's a common mistake that people do. This here does not actually connect this block to the ME system. It's not connected to the network because we are exporting something into this block. However, if we would have a cable like that, that would power it and put it into the network. But because these are a little bit iffy on the sides and stuff, I would love it if we can, I do love it, the fact that we can power them separately, because that means that we can grab the power from here and we can probably run a power wire like this underneath here. Something like that and that. And then we could probably import from the bottom here to get things out of them. This is another thing that may be a bit iffy. So let's try this out. If I put extract always active there, can that export it from that side? Do I have any inventory to push items into? I don't. So let's just try and put a chest here and insert. No. So okay, now it pulled out the logic thing. It pulled out from the top here. This is what I mean. I don't think it even matters. If we put a whitelist in here, it's still not going to grab these, right? So we gotta have the export on another side. So maybe what we can do, and this is why I wanted to do this together with you or show you this, because I've been so frustrated so many times. Maybe we can do that. Yeah, that pulls it out. Okay, does it still extract it to it though? Or export? Yes, it does. So if I flip all of these over like that, we should be able to work on the bottom. And this press, my inventory is a freaking mess. This press should be able to go back in there without a problem and not be extracted. Very nice. And now these are pulled out. The gold comes in. These are pulled out. Yes, so that works. Okay. Extract from the bottom whilst these are flipped over so they are sitting like this. I'm showing you this so that you can copy it in your world. This is how you need to have them flipped if you wanted to have it set up in the same way. So then I'm just going to copy that to these over here. Now the next step to this process is that we got to make sure to control the amount of things or the amount of processors that this prints for. So basically we want it to stop if we have a certain amount of processors, because otherwise it's just going to drain us of all our resources. All our diamonds are going to be eaten up and stuff. So what we're going to use is something called ME level emitters. These things are so freaking amazing. They're so good. And I've used them so many times in the past. The way I'm hooking this up, it's a little bit tricky to get this to be hooked up like you want it to be. You got to face the redstone into the block space of the thing that you want to control. So the block space here is this area right here, right? Which has the cable and the export bus. So let's start over here, and then we got to make sure that this cable, of course, is connected to the ME system somewhere. So we're just going to do that. Otherwise, the export buses don't work. So what we want to do here, we want to export gold into this machine, but we only want to do that whenever we have less than a certain number of these printed or the logic processors in the system. That is the logic behind this. Logical, isn't it? To make that work, we're gonna need something called a card. We need some sort of card. What is it called? Crafting card, redstone card. Yes, we need one of those. I forgot to craft redstone card. One of these bad boys. Can I just? Is this gonna let me? Yes. Okay. We need one per thing. I'm gonna need a few more. But anyway, we'll put that in there. That gives us this little thing. which is redstone mode always active. We're going to set it to active with a signal. And then we want to set this level emitter to do, this looks a little bit scary, but chill, just chill. We want it to check for logic processors in our ME system. Logic processors, which I have none. Oh crap. Okay. Okay. You see what I mean? I'm gonna have to, do I have any silicon ones? Yes. I'm gonna have to make one. Like so. Very nice. We need that to specify what it is it should check for, by the way. I'm sorry if this gets too technical. We put that in there, and we're gonna say emit when levels are above or equal to limit. No, we want to emit when levels are below the limit, okay? And then we want to specify how many of these do we want the system to make before it shuts off. So I'm just gonna say 100. So before we have 100 of these in the system, this thing is gonna continuously export gold ingots into this machine, which will make the inscriber go. We could also put this redstone signal directly onto the inscriber, and we could put the redstone card in here. No, we can't. Okay. Okay. Never mind what I said. I thought that you could. But I was going to say we need these for acceleration cards anyway, so that these make the things fast. Now, in order for this to work, we of course need to make the full processor, which we haven't yet set up, and we need to import the stuff back into the system, because right now it can't read it. Right now it doesn't know. It's going to say 0 in all honesty. So I'm going to do the same over here. We're going to go ahead and put this to redstone card, and we want to do active with a signal, and we want to set this to 100, and then emit when levels are below the limit. So that should be, oh yeah, and then I need to specify what processor it is. So take a look at this. Let's do the following. Let's do a little example. We have 18 of these, right, in the system. If I were to specify this thing here, 100, that's going to be on. However, if I put this to 18, it's going to be off, because we have 18 in the system. 19, it's going to be on, so that's going to export another one and make the final one. Hopefully that's understandable. These are very powerful, the ME level emitters. Very powerful. With the silicon, we got to be a little bit smarter though, because we don't want it to be a situation where we run out of gold processors, and then we are checking the diamond processors, and this stops working. So what I think I'm gonna do is we're gonna specify the printed silicon, and we're gonna make a buffer stock of those in our system. Maybe set it to 200, and then emit when levels are below the limit. Very nice. And then I need another redstone card right there. You get the drill. You hopefully. I'm not the best at that explaining and stuff, but I used to be decent at explaining these things. People used to understand me. I promise, Daddy. I promise. Anyway, we'll put that in there. We'll do active with a signal. So this thing will not export unless we have, or we will export until we have 200 printed silicons in the system. And that will kind of be our buffer. Actually, you know what? We can actually set that to lower. This next step is going to be super tricky, so try and bear with me. I do want to explain these things to you, because I've been so many times I've been like frustrated making automation with processors. So hopefully you guys are listening. Here's what we're going to have to do. Because of the fact that the inscribers have one input side for each thing. So if I want to input something in this slot, another thing in this slot, and a third thing in this slot, which we need to do over here, because of how they work, we can't just input everything on one side and it will figure it out. No. We got to input it on the corresponding side. So what I'm gonna do, actually, I'm gonna lower this to save a little bit. We don't have to care about channels, because we're running AE in easy mode. But normally you would also have to care about channels, and this is a very channel effective way of doing this. Let's see if I can remember. We're going to have a chest here. We're going to have an export bus with 2 capacitor cards in them. That's going to allow us to get all these spots. We want to export redstone. We want to export the logical circuits. We want to export the printed silicon. And we want to export, let's see if we have any in here. Yeah, we want to export these guys as well into this chest. Boom. We actually just need one, so that's fine. That's cool. We can save 1 card. Those are all the items required to make this. We want to set this to export first out, but no. We want to do round robin so that we get a little bit of everything here. And this is now exporting from our ME system, so we don't have much more. Actually, you know what? This is going to cause a problem with the redstone, I just realized. Oh, god dang it. Yeah, the redstone is going to fill up in this chest, isn't it? We may want to use a drawer here instead. That could be smart. It's only 4 items, so let's use a drawer. Iskall, you're so clever. How did you get so clever, Iskall? I don't know, dude. Like, I practice every morning in the mirror. I'm looking at myself in the... I'm just kidding. Yeah, let's break this chest. Let's put a drawer here instead. Boom, like that. And that way, if we lock this, we should be just getting the items that we want here. Let's go that. And then let's lock it. This way we can also control the amounts that are being sent. Lock, boom. Okay, from this inventory, from this drawer... excuse me, that just snuck up on me. Can I shift this over so that I can see it like that? From here... We're now going to skip using the ME stuff and use Ender.io stuff, because that way we can wire this much easier. We're going to create like a little mini robot looking thing here. Going to put cables down like so, and then we're going to have 2 inscribers, one there and one there. And I want to flip these over because it's just going to be a little bit easier. And then we need this thing to wrap on the top. I think I need to flip this top one more time though, or 2 more times, so that it's upside down like that. Very nice. Then we're gonna do, let's do this. Let's configure the bottom one first. We want to insert on here, and we need these item filters. So let's do extract always active. We want to make sure that this gets to the correct spot. Yeah, that's correct. So we get silicon there, and then on this side we're gonna do insert, and not the redstone but the gold one here. Remove that, and now we should be getting a gold one. And on the bottom one, we want to insert and set this to another filter for redstone. Very nice. And there we go. Very good. These are not functioning at the moment because they don't have power, but that's fine. Then I just want to do the exact same thing here. So insert, put an item filter in, and let's keep the consistency, shall we? So let's go for diamond, or the circuit, whatever. Whatever, that one there. And then on this side, insert another item filter. You get the idea. So that's gonna work. That's gonna always export the correct things into the correct things. The correct things into the correct things. Iskall, you're a genius. You're a genius, man. I know, dude. I know. As far as the whole shutting off system, I don't think we need any level emitters on these, because we are shutting off the base production of the processor. So over here, I think we should be fine if we do 2 things. First of all, we need to export it or import it into our ME system. Let me actually grab an import bus. Okay, we want to put everything in a chest, and we want to disconnect this as well, just so that we don't get confused. We have the process creation goes into this chest currently, which was just a temporary setup, but you know, it's not terrible. Let's move it a little bit though. Let's send these back to the system. That's now going to stop the gold creation, I think. Hopefully. Because we have over 100 in the system, no? Oh no, it's actually checking for the final processor. Okay. So we may want to change that. We may want to change it to the raw materials. Anyway, I'm confusing you dudes now. We'll see. I have an item conduit running there. So if we connect this, what I'm doing now is basically not very super necessary for FoolCraft, but it is resource friendly if you play with applied logistics in the normal mode, to do things like this, to save on channels. Which I love the channels, but Izuma didn't want to play with them, so we shut them off because it can be a little bit confusing. But yeah, now we have that connected to the same item line. Let's put a chest down here now, and let's insert into this. So we should be getting those processors, and we should also be getting the finalized processors from over here if the extraction works, which it may not. Oh yeah, we aren't creating them because we don't have power. On this chest here, though, we want to import it. We want to import back to the ME system, because if we don't do this, we are not checking, we're not sending the system things back. So we'll do that, and that's kind of slow. I may want to put acceleration upgrades on there, we'll see. But as long as we power these guys now, we should be fine. And because we are using Ender.io conduits, that should be a walk in the freaking park by just connecting this up like so. And this episode is getting a little bit more technical than I was planning. Hopefully you dudes don't mind. I love doing technical stuff in modded. There we go. Okay. So now that's powered. These should be working. Yes. we should be seeing the processors being extracted. They are extracted. It should go in here. They should go back to the system. And now we should have a fail-safe system to get processors automatically made. And we'll get 100 or a little bit more than 100 of each. And then this will actually stop making processors until we run below that threshold that we set over here. Except for the calculation ones, which I don't have the raw material to make. That's why I can't make them. We can't just make them with normal Certus quartz. But I do have 21 of these, so I'm probably gonna have to manually create a few of these things right here. Are we? Yeah, I'm gonna manually need to do that. Oh, and I need to do this as well. The reason I manually need to do that is because the calculation ones, the ones that we haven't automated, are the one we need to make acceleration cards, which we desperately need there to speed up the process. Silicon seeds. We need obviously to have production of silicon as well. So that's another thing that I'm gonna add here. It's so nice, you know. It's nice to be able to just have just plant down everything and grow it. That will create silicon essences. Let me also do the following. Boom, boom. I feel good about this, dudes. Like, okay, we're more technical than I was thinking to be, but honestly, it's so worth it to get all the production. I don't understand why this is so freaking slow though. Like, I have growth crystal accelerators underneath. But yeah, let's put that in there. And now we're also growing silicon. And I did 2 seeds as well, because we're obviously going to need these silicons to be created. So maybe we'll set up an auto crafting recipe for that as well. But this is going great. I've installed acceleration upgrades in all of these guys. Everything is working. We should, well, not yet. We're gonna get a huge surplus here in the beginning of the circuits, because of the fact that we are producing so much. But they're all getting exported into this guy over here, which I flipped around before, but it was actually better to have it like that. We take a quantification key, boom. We can see that, yeah, we have a huge surplus of the gold and the diamonds. This isn't necessarily great right now because the silicon is behind. We're going to probably run out of diamonds if we continue to do this. So what I can do whilst this catches up is I can do active without a signal and active without a signal. Just shut these off for a second and let the printed silicon catch up. This is just because it was running before. Once this catches up and once we get like 100 of those in the system, I mean, gold is not a problem, but the diamonds will run out. So once we get the 100 of these, I can activate them again, and that way it will not it won't activate making new ones. You know, it could actually, well, no, I think it's good. The best solution would be to have another condition for this, but it's nerd levels. I think I have everything set up now that I wanted to get set up with the Emmy stuff. Some of the things we'll have to set up later as well, but I needed all of this to make cables and to be able to craft these things so that we can set up our workshop. We're gonna get back into that right now, dudes. First of all, I want to create a new of these, a new terminal. Oh, it's so nice to have the processors. A new terminal. We want to do a crafting terminal. I also want to make the cables colored and covered because they look so much better. So if we make, yeah, okay, so a normal cable and wool will make it the covered cable. Now remember, because of the fact that we have so much, we have our Roberto Garbaccio machine, we have an infinite wool. And if I then go ink, sack, I can color these black, and that's going to be very important. I don't know if I want them black or if I want them another color. Let's also do cable. Can I make a few more of these guys? This is where Applied Energistics outshines that refined storage copy mod that's out there. Quartz crap. Okay, well, I'm gonna need to pulverize some more of this stuff. Boom. And make some more of those fixture things. Let's make some lime green. Oh no, that's regular green. Okay, let's make some green, and let's make some Iskallium green covered colors. Can I even make Iskallium? I should be able to. Yeah, we have. We're growing dyes on plants. Let's make a few of those. I'm thinking the way we're gonna plug this in. I'm gonna put the energy acceptor right here. We're gonna put a dimensional transceiver underneath. I actually borrowed it from my farm. There we go. I-85. And the black cable, I want to be right there maybe. So this is the fun thing with this mod, by the way, because now we're going to be able to put a cover on this as well. But I think that will work very nice. I also made a bunch of these things. And I finished making making the drives here. So we'll fill these up. Oh, it's gonna look so freaking good. I need a bunch more of these though to fill all of them. I love these doors. These swooshy server doors. That's filled. And yeah, we have one drive in there. It's got you stupid idiot. But I'm gonna get the drives from the other base once we start moving over. The problem is that we have so much connected to that system. We may want to make a wireless connection between them, but that's pretty late game, unfortunately. As far as lighting goes, I don't know if these will give away any light. And I'm not sure what I want to do for the rest of this. That's with the black. I kind of want to see how it looks with the lime as well. Oh yes, baby. They do give away light for sure. That much we can agree on. Are there any small? There are the small lamps from Enderai. Oh, neon lamp from DecoCraft. Ooh, light. There are the small light fixture things from DecoCraft. We can also make these. The illumination panels from Applied Energistics do give off light. We may want to use them just to stay consistent here. Let me think a little bit about the light settings in this room. But yeah, that's the AE system actually up and running over here now. Dark illuminated panels or bright illuminated or just illuminated. I wonder how the dark ones look. Okay, these are all the same. These are pretty cheap to make. I once had, I can't remember where that was. It was in some base. If you do remember, if you're old Iskallians, it was in some base where I actually used these for like to completely light up an area. But let's try all of these different ones. Using a green one, this is the illuminated panel. This is the bright illuminated panel. And that's the dark illuminated panel. Oh, the dark ones. The dark ones for sure, right? I may like this one better, actually. I may like the lime one better. The question is if we want to use them at all. Like if we... It may be so that we don't even want to use the light sources like that. But I had an idea of like having them... you know... Maybe having one, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Are you freaking kidding me? I made this. Okay, well, maybe we'll have one here, sitting on a green one, the dark. And remember, I can use a normal cable here, by the way, an uncolored cable to connect it up to the green one. I couldn't use a black one though. That wouldn't work. Okay, night vision is off. It's pretty plain. It's pretty boring. It's like just a color. I suppose to go through all that effort. I don't know if it's worth it. But it's pretty cool. As far as this thing goes, we may want to either go with a steel frame or with a black frame, depending on what we do for the background here. Kind of scared to fill this in. Blackstone gravel, abyssal stone. Maybe we want... how would it look if we use this Garbaggio? No, Iskal. That's terrible. Holy crap, that's bad. You know, it's not terrible, Iskal. It's pretty bad though. Maybe just abyssal stone. Another cool panel, a storage panel that you can make, or panel, I don't know what it's called, storage monitor maybe. You can make a storage monitor. You need a level emitter. Can I make? Yes, I can. Okay. So I just want to show you dudes this as well. We have to end the episode here though, unfortunately. If I put this to an existing system, so like for example here, again, these can be colored with the crappers. These can be colored with the cable you choose. So if I have a green there and then put the storage monitor, boom. Now it's like the green thing. And then you can either configure it like this. Now you'll see how much redstone I have in my system. If I add more redstone to the system, that goes up. Quite scary that I didn't have more. These also work with anything that's connected to a secondary storage. For example, the storage barrel. So if I put cobblestone, 116,000. And I mean, you can have these display and just never change them. It's a nice way to kind of keep track of certain things that you have in your system. Let's do a processor, for example, that we have automated today. 300. Okay. So we have 253. That means that this is shut off as well. Yep, that's shut off. This is still making silicon because we're out of silicon. Okay, very interesting. So I think I may want to use these. I don't understand why this thing is not working anymore. But I may want to use some storage monitors over at the new place. The reason I didn't want to show it over here, obviously, is because the system is empty, so it would show 0 on everything I showed you. But maybe we'll have a separate cable coming up here with a crappers. Hold on, I need to connect it to the stupid thing. Need to connect it to the system somehow. Maybe we connect it like, oh, that's a lime green. That's true. That's true. So they won't connect. Maybe we'll just do something like this and have like different displays for different things. But I'm not sure. And I don't have a cover that's correct there. You get the idea though. Maybe we'll do that. I don't think there's we don't have the fluid part of Applied Energistics in this because that's a mod or an add-on. So there aren't a whole lot more panels that we need. There are the interface panel, the pattern terminal. The pattern terminal we're gonna need though to have there as well once we start making auto crafting, and an interface panel for sure as well. But yeah, I think this entire wall will just be covered with 6 panels eventually. But that's a really cool feature, is it not? We have 0 cables in. If I put these in here, we've got 3 cables in. This is a little like information thing. We could have that linked up with Iskallium. I don't know, dudes. Anyway, I'm gonna need a lot of feedback from you dudes. Personally, I don't think I'm gonna like these lights. I think we're gonna do something different. I was planning on getting more things built today than what we ended up doing, but I hope you are okay with the progression. We got all the Applied Energistics setup done. We got this wall done, which was the most important thing. It looks so freaking gorgeous. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. Hit the like button if you did. Sorry if the video is long. Subscribe if you're new. Have a fan-freaking-tastic evening, and I'll see you in the next video.